The notebooks of cinema are often filled with the search for truth, that raw, handheld realism that makes us forget we're watching a movie. We're told that the more a film looks like life, the more we should feel it. But then there is the work of Wes Anderson. A world where every book is aligned, every horizon is level, and every human emotion is framed with the precision of a Swiss watch. To look at an Anderson frame is to look at a challenge to the very nature of modern filmmaking. In the world of cinema, there is a rule often taught in the very first week of film school. The rule of thirds. It tells us that the center of the frame is a dead zone. It's static. It's boring. But for Wes Anderson, the center is the only place that matters. Over the last 3 decades, Anderson hasn't just broken the rules of composition, he has rewritten them into a rigid, geometric manifesto. We see it in the way a character stares directly into the lens, or how a bottle of Campari is placed precisely between 2 glasses. It is often called twee or quirky. Some call it a gimmick. But if we look closer, past the pastel pinks and the Futura font, we find that this symmetry isn't just an aesthetic choice, it's a psychological one. Today, we go inside the diorama to explore the symmetric obsession of Wes Anderson. To understand Anderson's symmetry, we have to understand planimetric composition. Most directors want to hide the camera. They use diagonal lines and deep focus to trick your brain into forgetting you're looking at a flat screen. Anderson does the opposite. He places the camera perpendicular to the scene. He flattens the world until it looks like a painting, a comic strip, or a meticulously arranged dollhouse. This is formalism at its most extreme. By stripping away the messiness of reality, Anderson creates a sense of total control. In his films, the world doesn't just happen, it is curated. Take the tracking shots in the Grand Budapest Hotel. When the camera moves, it doesn't drift. It pans in perfect 90-degree increments, what critics call compass point editing. It feels like the camera is a mechanical arm in a clockwork machine. But why? Why subject your actors and your audience to such a rigid prison of geometry? If you look at the themes of Anderson's work, they are almost always about the same things: grief, family dysfunction, and the crushing weight of disappointment. His characters are often people whose lives are falling apart. They are mourning lost loves, lost fathers, or lost eras. And this is where the symmetry finds its purpose. Symmetry is the character's defense mechanism. If the world inside their head is chaotic, the world outside must be perfect. They organize their books by color. They wear uniforms. They stand in the exact center of the room. It is a desperate attempt to impose order on a life that is fundamentally unorderable. In the Royal Tenenbaums, the house is a museum of the children's past successes. The symmetry acts as a protective shield. If they stay within the lines, maybe the pain won't reach them. The tragedy of a Wes Anderson film is that the frame is perfect, but the people inside it are broken. Early in his career, Anderson used symmetry as a flourish, but as he matured, the diorama took over. By the time we reach Asteroid City, the artifice is the point. He isn't just filming a story, he's filming a play about a story being filmed. This evolution has made his style divisive. Some argue that his obsession with the look has strangled the feeling, that the characters have become puppets in a masterfully painted box. But there is a specific magic in this artificiality. By admitting the film is a construction, by showing us the handwriting of the director, Anderson invites us to engage with the story as a fable. Like a pop-up book, the flatness makes the emotions feel more universal, more archetypal. Wes Anderson once said, "I have a way of filming things and staging them and designing sets. There were times when I thought I should change my approach, but in fact, this is what I like to do." His symmetry isn't a lack of imagination, it's a total commitment to a specific philosophy. In a chaotic, asymmetrical world, he offers us 24 frames a second of perfect balance. It is a beautiful prison, a place where every color matches, Every line is straight, and for 90 minutes, everything is exactly where it's supposed to be, even if the people in the center are still trying to figure out why they're there.
Suicide pedal.
Cinema is often a window, but in Anderson's hands, it becomes a mirror, one that is wiped clean and polished until we can see the cracks in our own curated lives. We live in a world that rarely balances out, which is perhaps why we keep returning to these meticulously centered stories. They offer us a brief, pastel-colored truce with the chaos of reality. If you enjoyed this exploration of the frame, consider subscribing and joining us as we continue to flip through the notebooks of cinema. Until next time, keep looking for the art in the artifice.